Mabuhay everyone! We are the Group 10 and 11 and we are here to report about technology and climate change, a further look. Before we start, we have here the learning outcomes or the objectives of our topic. So the first one, discuss the nature of climate change. The second one, explain the causes of climate change. Third one, identify human activities that contributes to climate change. The fourth one, assess the effects of climate change in the micro and macro level. And the last one is present a feasible ways.
Mabuhay ma'am, I am Riza Asong and I will be the first reporter in Chapter 11 entitled Technology and Climate Change, a Further Look. So my topic are climate change defined, the cause of climate change, and human activity. So the first one is climate change defined. Climate change is a global concern as innovation, specifically mass production, greatly result to the use of machineries that significantly increase emissions. In addition, as this world is the only known habitat that humans and all living beings have, it has become evident at this point that we are continually bothered by extreme changes in the weather patterns, which threaten the environment. So, meaning, ang climate change amo ang pinakadako nga problema sa kalibutan tungod sa mga innovation, parehas ang mass production. Example sa mass production, ang pabrikahan sa paghimo sa mga salakyan, pagproseso sa mga canned goods, kag pagtahi sa mga bayo sa mga garments factory, no, kag madamo pa nga mga factory which is ginagamitan sa mga machine or makina nga kung sa diin ginagawan sang pollution kag tungod sina amo ang ginahalinan sang climate change, no? Kag tungod ang kalibutan lang ang ginaistaran naton nga mga tawo or ang tanan nga mga living things diri, no? Klaro nga hasta subong gakabatyaga naton or gaka-experience naton ang pagbag-o sang panahon o kon ang klima pareho sa pag-ulan, grabe nga baha, grabe nga bagyo, or ang grabe nga init which until na nga gaka-experience naton, no? Kag tungod sina gaka-threaten kita. So next is, climate change is defined by the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change or the UNFCCC as a direct or indirect result of human activity, altering the composition of the global atmosphere and weather patterns as they become highly unpredictable. This global phenomena is characterized by more frequent and intense hurricanes, downpours, and winter storms. These are damaging and threatening to the stability of global economies. So according ko na sa United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change or the UNFCCC, ang climate change amo ang pagbago ukon pagliwat sa atmosphere kag sang mga klima sa aton nga kalibutan tungod sa ginapanghimo sang tawo o tungod sa ginapanghimo naton, no? So amo ang pagbag-o nga kung sa diin hindi na tagna o kung mabudlay na i-predict kung san o kag ano kagrabe, no? So tungod sina kakabatyaga naton ang mga grabe mga bagyo, mabaskog ng bagyo, ulan, init, tugnaw, no? Tungod sina nga gakalatabo, nagadala ina sang grabe nga dako nga problema sa aton ekonomiya diri sa aton nga nasyon o kung sa aton nga lugar. Pareho sang ginambal ko kagina nga ang climate change amo ang dako nga problema sang kalibutan, labi na gid sa mga lugar nga mahina kag hindi preparado. So the next is the NASA or the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. On the other hand, stated that climate change is a broad range of global phenomena created predominantly by burning fossil fuels, which add heat-trapping gases to Earth. Phenomena include the increased temperature trends described by global warming, but also encompass changes such as sea level rise, ice mass loss in Greenland, glaciers worldwide, shifts in flower plants blooming and extreme Antarctica, the Arctic and mountain weather events. No, so according sa NASA, ang climate change kuno is amo ang pinakamalapad nga klase nga problema sa kalibutan nga Ang kalabanan nga ginahalinan amo ang pagsunog sa mga fossil fuels like sang lana, uling, gas, kag iban pa nga mga fossil fuel nga kung sa diin sunugod mo na dara nagkagwa ang mga gas, ang madamo nga gas kag amo ang nagatrap o kun ang nagakulong sang init sa atmosphere, no? Kag ari pang iban nga mga epekto sang climate change. Pagtaas sang temperatura o kung ginatawag nga global warming. Next, ang pagtaas ng level sang tubig. Pagtunaw sang mga yelo nga mga dalagko o kung sang ice, no? Then, pagbag-o sa tion sang pamulak sa mga tanom. Kag, of course, ang mabaskog kag delikado nga mga kabag-uhan sang klima pareho sang init, bagyo, ulan, no? Kag iban pa nga mga extreme weather events. So, nagapakita lang na nga kita nga mga tao, dako gid ang papel sa pagbag-o sang kalibutan kag sang klima subong, no? And now, let's go to the causes of climate change. Climate change evolved from common concept known before as global warming. Climate change is a phenomenon resulting from the pollution that humans continuously produce, increase in global warmer weather and severe weather condition. These changes can result to catastrophic events such that climate change is basically irreversible. So, ang climate change is ginatawag sang una nga global warming. Isa ini siya ka phenomenon nga resulta sang padayon nga pollution nga ginahimo sang tawo. So, ang pagtaas ng temperature sa kalibutan is nagahimo sang nagadala sang mas mainit nga panahon kag hindi mapaktan nga mga kondisyon sang klima, no? So, tungod sini nga mga pagbag-o, mahimo nga magadala sang kalamidad nga, mga kalamidad nga grabe o kung lala nga mga kalamidad, no? So, tungod sini, ang climate change is ginakabig nga halos hindi na mabalik sa normal. So, ano gid bala ang kapanguna nga mga rason tungod sa sini nga problema, no? Una is pagsunog sa mga fossil fuels, first ang ginhambal ko gina, no? Next is ang pagpangutod sang mga kahoy or ginatawag nga deforestation kag pollution halin sa industriya kag basura kag madamo pa, no? Tungod kay kita nga mga tawo, ang una nga kabangdanan sa sini nga problema o sa climate change is kita man ang may kapasidad nga magbulig sa pagpugong o kung sa pagpanubo sang epekto sang climate change, no? Para maprotektahan naton ang aton nga palibot kag of course ang aton nga ibang pang kabuhi sa sunod nga mga henerasyon. Okay, so the next is human activity. Pollution caused by human activities such as emissions from automobile and factories produces greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide absorbed infrared lights from the atmosphere that contributes to warming. These gases are trapped in the atmosphere for decades and even hundreds of years. Global warming has accelerated due to increase in greenhouse gas emissions. The burning of fossil fuels and deforestation greatly affects climate more severely. To prevent devastating impacts, we need to reduce emission by 80% before 2050. Okay, so ang pollution nga kahimuan naton nga tawo, no, just like example sang aso nga nagaguluwa sa mga salakyan, sa mga faktoryahan, sa pabrikahan, no. So, napagwa ina sang greenhouse gases like sang carbon dioxide. So, ina nga mga gas nagasalop sang infrared light. So, ano bala ang infrared light? So, ang infrared light, isa ini siya kaklase sang enerhiya o kung radiation nga kung sa din hindi makita sang aton mata, pero mabatyaga naton. Just like example sang init or sang adlaw, no? So, ang adlaw, kung nagasiga kag magatupa sa may duta, so, ang iya enerhiya, ginahimo nga infrared radiation pagkatapos isalop sa kalibutan. So, sa natural nga proseso, dapat ini nga init magagwa liwat sa gwa sang atmosphere. Pero tungod sa greenhouse gases, ini nga infrared light na ipit o kung na-trap sa may atmosphere. Amo ina ang dahilan kung nga nagataas pagid ang aton nga temperature sa may sa kalibutan. Okay, so tungod sa padayon nga pagsaka sa greenhouse gas emission, nagadasig pagid ang global warming. So ang mga deforestation, ang pagsunog sa mga fossil fuels, no, nagahatag sang grabe pagid nga epekto sa klima. So agot manikawan, ang grabe nga climate change, ang mga malala ang climate change, no? So ang hambal diri bag-o mag 2050, no? So kinahanglan nga magnubo ang emissions ng greenhouse gases sa 80% rather. Okay, so tungod sina, ini nga mga tikang is importante gid agud nga maprotektahan naton ang kalibutan para sa mga masunod nga mga henerasyon. That's all.
Mabuhay, ma'am. For this video, I will be reporting the cases, population, and the effects of climate change. Okay, so first is the gases. Carbon dioxide is primarily produced through the burning of fossil fuels, solid waste, and wood products. Deforestation and soil degradation also contribute to the release of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide, if it becomes heavy in the atmosphere, it is absorbed by the oceans, increasing acidification, which damages coral reefs and marine life. Methane and similar gases like chlorofluorocarbons or CFCs, which largely contribute to atmospheric degradation and warming. Okay, so ang gases, it comes from the burning of fossil fuels, solid waste, and wood products. So, ini lang amoy na, pati man ang deforestation. Makaano man, makalid sang climate change kag global warming. So, because ang mga amo sina, ma-trap ang gases sa aton nga atmosphere. Once nga ma-trap na ina, makakos man ina sang extreme heat. So, ang methane, amo man ina ang similar gases like chlorofluorocarbons or CFS. So, ang methane, makadto ina siya sa air, pero hindi man ina siya magdugay. Hindi man nga lifetime gid na dira ang methane. So, kung matrap na dito sa atmosphere ang mga gases, malid ina siya sang pag-init sang panahon. Once nga mag-init na ang panahon, madamo na sang maapektuhan. Pati man ang mga coral reefs na mga nagakapatay. Pati ang mga marine life resources nagakapatay. Ang mga isda sa dagat na nagakapatay because sang init. Kay naga-increase man ang temperature sang baybay. Okay, so ang example pagidiri ang mga asusang factories. So subong nga panahon damo na gid sa mga factories. So amo ina nga mas lain ang init subong nga panahon kaysa sang una kay damo na kada subong mga factoryhan. Damo na mga aso nga halindira nga nagakadto sa aton nga atmosphere. Okay, so hindi man naton ina malikawan ang mga aso sa factory, pero malikawan naton ang climate change paagi sang pagsunog man sa aton nga mga basura like sa mga plastic ag mga solid waste. So hindi naton ina sila pagpangsunugon para maka-lessen kita sang effect sang gases sa aton nga atmosphere. Okay, so next is population. It is evident that human population is growing exponentially as it increases more each year caused by higher birth rates superseding mortality. The rapid increase in population in many countries contributes much to the ever-increasing pollution in varied forms. It is evidently linked to the collective global environment impact according to the reports of the Global Population and Environment Program. Population size and growth rates magnify the impacts of global warming. Okay, so ang too much population maka-affect man sa aton nga environment kag maka-cause sang global warming. So ano bala ang causes sang population sa climate change? Population explosion is detrimental to the planet as scarcity in resources results in extreme usage of Earth's environment. Water pollution and air pollution, amongst others, are severely affecting our environment as the finite resources of this planet are being stretched to suffice human needs. Okay, so ang too much population maka-affect man sa aton nga environment. Pamaagi sa water pollution, ang paggamit sang Earth's environment. So, kung damo na ang population sa aton nga lugar, ang iban nga mga place kung sa diin may maligwa nga lugar dira na sila naga ubras ang ilang nga balay. Okay, so sang una damo pa na dira kahoy galing kay damo na ang population subong nga panahon, so ginapatindugan na sang mga balay. Okay, so ang example pagid ang sa Manila. So magkadto ka sa Manila, damo ang mga pamalay, wala na sang mga kahoy na ganing ang makita dito sa Manila kay damo na dito pamalay kag sa mga squatter. Okay, so diri sa aton sa city may ara man dire. So makakos man asang water pollution. Kay nga ang iban ang mga balay nila ara sa mga lapit sa tulay kag lapit sa mga suba, kag ang iban ara man sa mga higad sa baybay. Okay, so because of that, ang ilang nga mga basura ginahaboy lang kung diin, kag ang ilang nga mga higko nagakadtulan sa mga suba, sa mga baybay kag sa dalom sang tulay, kag makakost ina sang water pollution. Kay ang ilang nga mga basura, mga dagot, kag mga higko dira lang nagakadto sa tubig. Okay, next is the effects of climate change. So first, we have the greenhouse effect. This effect is the cycle by which carbon dioxide, methane, and other gases are trapped in the atmosphere and result in the warming of the planet. The ultraviolet radiation from the sun passing through the Earth's atmosphere is absorbed by land, water, and vegetation. Greenhouse gas levels increase the infrared radiation, which is trapped in the Earth's atmosphere and leads to excess heat energy. The greenhouse effect. Okay, so ang greenhouse effect, amo na siya ang mga gases nga nagaka-trap sa aton nga atmosphere. Nga once matrap na ina ang mga gases sa aton nga atmosphere, amo na siya ang result sang extreme heat. Hindi lang gases ang maka-effect sa aton nga greenhouse, pati naman ang pag-utod sa mga kahoy. Because of that, wala na sang bulig sa aton para mas mapabugnaw pa ang aton nga environment. Kag because ang mga gases nga na trap sa atmosphere, amo na nagaka-experiensyahan naton ang tuman ka init.
Mabuhay ma'am, I am Kyla Sudan and I will be reporting ecological issue. First, what is ecological issue? Increasing carbon dioxide in the atmosphere leads to absorption by the ocean of these gases. This phenomenon leads to acidification of the ocean, which damages coral reefs and marine life. This ecological issue imminent threats to extinction of species. This can evidently lead as well as major changes in the global landscape. Ecological issues are significant environment problems that threatens the health of our planet and its habitats, such as ocean acidification and extreme weather threaten diversity and human well-being, demanding global cooperation to mitigate their impacts. Example of ecological issue is ocean acidification. It is caused by increasing atmospheric carbon dioxide that harms marine life by weakening shells and skeletons, threatening coral reefs and impact of their entire marine food web, as seen in the bleaching of the Great Barrier Reef. Incidents of extreme weather increasing, which results to severe flooding, tropical storms, and even tornadoes in places where they never exist, such as in crowded cities and suburbs. The next one is rising water level and flooding. The warming of Earth's atmosphere is causing significant environmental changes, including the melting of Arctic ice and increased aridity in Arizona. This same phenomenon is leading to flooding in the Maldives and the Middle East, as well as a rise in hurricane activities across the Midwest of America. Temperature fluctuations in the United Kingdom are also linked to these changes, which are driven by the human induced carbon dioxide emissions. As Arctic and Antarctic ice melts, accounting for 70% of the Earth's frozen water, global sea levels rise, resulting in increased flooding in coastal areas, leading to loss of life and property destructions. So, the primary cause of this by global warming and this resulting melt of polar and ice caps. So melting ice adds more water to the ocean, causing sea levels to rise. This rise exacerbates the effects of high tides and storms, leading to more frequent and severe flooding in coastal areas. For example, the melting of Arctic and Antarctic ice, which holds 70% of the Earth's frozen water, directly contributes to rising sea levels and increased flooding in the low-lying island nations like the Maldives, coastal regions, and the Middle East. Next one is extreme weather conditions. Climate change has severely affected the weather condition in almost all countries across the globe. The increasing atmospheric temperature is negatively affecting weather patterns. Scientific studies have shown by extreme weather events like heat waves and storms will be experienced more frequently at an intense degree. In 2011, several areas in Texas and Oklahoma experienced temperature of 100 degrees Fahrenheit for more than 100 days. Moreover, in 2003, Britain had its highest temperature of 38.5 degrees Celsius, resulting to the death of 2,000 people, and it has become common in these countries, tearing electricity providers. Heat waves brought about by rising temperatures are continually resulting to facilities. So, extreme weather conditions like intense heat waves and storms are becoming more frequent and severe due to climate change. Rising global temperatures disrupting established weather patterns, leading to more extreme events. Example of this are the heat index in the Philippines has recently experienced the range of extreme weather conditions May 19 up to now. Several areas face dangerously high heat index in Lawag City and Dagupan City, which has the heat index of 45 degrees Celsius, classified as dangerous by Pag-asa, potentially causing heat cramps, exhaustion, and stroke. This extreme heat affected by 30 areas across the country.
Mabuhay everyone! My name is Maria Fe Cordero Garganta and I'm here to report about the effects of climate change. So one of the effects of climate change is desertification. Climate change is beginning to degrade and dry out lands in several areas of the globe. This has caused famine and food insecurity as the land has become inhospitable and unable to produce good harvest. This event heightens poverty, particularly in areas where agriculture is the main source of livelihood. Data reveal that in 2001, it was estimated that 40 billion US dollar in income is lost every year due to desertification in the United States. Similarly, in Iraq, from 2006 to 2010, the worst drought happened which led to the collapse of in farming. So when we say desertification, it is a process by which a fertile land becomes a desert, which result drought and desertification, and it can affect in our agriculture. Of course, sa mga, for example, diri sa aton, ang mga aton yung mga kabukiran. Sa una, makita ta sa bukid is green pa, may mga puno pa. Subong ang makita ta sa ato nga kabukiran is mga maisa na lang. Kay, ang kabukiran ta subong ginahimo na nila nga makamaisan. Nila negosyohan na nila para sa ilaman nga ikaayo. Wala sila nagapanumdum sa ikaayo sang tanan. Okay. So, amo na siya ng kung fertile pa ang bukid. So, kung doon nila ang mga puno, wala na may nagasalo sang mga madagko nga ulan. So, kung mag-ulan, kung baskog ang biyang ulan, te ang mga fertile nga duta ginailig padalom sa mga kapatagan. So, mahimo sina ang bukid nagahimo. Ang bukid ang nagakabili na lang is mga bato-bato. So, ang bukid mahimo nga desert or infertile sa mga para sa mga tanom. Hindi na siya ka-hold sang roots sang mga puno. So, amo na siya ang ginatawag nga desertification. Gahimo ang isa ka fertilan sang desert. So, the other effect of climate change is the change in vegetation. Climate change gradually affect the type, distribution, and coverage of vegetation. It may result to plant growth, earlier flowering, and distorted fruiting time. It may result to plants growth, early fruiting, and distorted fruiting time. Radical changes will result to change in the timing of life cycle among the plants. This radical change will also result in vegetation stress, rapid plant loss, and eventually leads to desertification. Pares man sa gyapon. So, vegetation change or the shift of plant communities can be caused by various natural and human-induced factors, leading to the change in type, distribution, and abundance of plant. These changes can have significant impacts on the ecosystem and human activities. So, amo na siya ang ginatawag sa iban nga lugar, may ara, 'di ba? Parehas sa aton dire. Ang strawberries sa Baguio. Sa Baguio lang gakabuhi ang strawberries kay didto malamig. Ang strawberries ang gakabuhi lang sa malamig nga lugar, 'di ba? Pero subong dire sa Ferrari sa Sara, may ara sila subong nga ginatanom nga grapes, may nabuhi dire nga grapes. So I think pwede na siya. Pwede na ang grapes dire biskan mainit. So ginatinguhaan gid nila. So change in vegetation depends on the climate nga maka-affect sa tanom. So, parehas sa iba nga lugar, may ara kita nga parehas sa strawberries, gakabuhi lang ang strawberries sa malamig nga tiyempo. So, kinahanglan kung ang strawberries gintanom nila sa mainit nga tiyempo, may ara gakakita niyo sa ibang nga lugar nga ang strawberries ara sa contaminated area tapos ina-airconan gid nila para lang manami ang tubo sang strawberries. So amo na ina ang apekto sang climate change sa aton nga mga pananom. So now let's go to the measures to curb the effect of climate change. The effect of climate change are clearly felt around the planet. Inability to initiate action plans to mitigate its impacts will possibly result to devastating and catastrophic events which will definitely lead to the loss of millions of lives and properties. Recently, essential international agreements are initiated to curb the realities of danger posed by the climate change. Leaders and 194 parties from varied nations pledged under the Paris Agreement to work together to ensure that US will remain the global leader in fight against the climate change. So when we say to curb the effect of climate change, individuals and societies can take various actions including transitioning to renewable energies, improving energy efficiency, and promoting sustainable transportation. Additionally, reducing consumption and waste and protecting and restoring natural ecosystem plays crucial roles in mitigating and impacts of climate change. So when we say to curb, amo siya ang mga ways paano ta malikawan ang effects ng climate change. One of the example is shifting from fossil fuels to renewable sources like solar, wind, and geometrical power is a crucial steps in reducing greenhouse effect. So, ang mga solar panel ang windmill, pwede gid ang ng like Maria Cristina Falls, ang iya nga power, 'di ba? Ginakuan nila sa electricity. So, pamaagi sina makabulig gid kita sa aton nga Mother Earth nga malikawan ang climate change. And of course, sa aton man, enhancing energy efficiency in homes, sa balay tagid maumpisa ang pagtipid sa kuryente. Pare subong mainit pero may naga-brown out. So, dapat magtipid din kita sa kuryente. And there are many ways kung paano ta malikawan ang climate change.
Mabuhay ma'am, so today I will be discussing the change in government policies, use of renewable energy, and new agricultural practices. So first we have change in government policies. So government agencies from every nation begin to prioritize the preservation of environment through the adoption of policies environmental that will push for its promotion over business. Environment value should be the basis for decision making. Economies must maintain and develop strategies to prevent the further stretching of the environment while working to suffice human needs in every region. So, government around the world are being urged to place a higher priority on environment preservation. So, ang government sa around the world mas gina-prioritize ang environment preservation. So this means creating and enforcing policies that actively makapromote sa health and sustainability of the environment. So even if it means placing limits on certain businesses, activities that harm nature, especially sa mga activities nga makaharm sa nature. So, ang core idea sa sininga environmental values such as clean air, water, biodiversity, and sustainable use of natural resources. So, should guide decision-making sa tanan nga level rather than focusing solely sa short term but also policy should be shaped by what is best for the planet in a long run. So, para ma-achieve ini, economists must adapt or create. So, ang ekonomiya ay dapat mag-adapt o mag-create sang strategy to both protect the environment and meet the basic needs of people in all regions. So, this involved developing sustainable technologies. So dili masulod ang mga technologies, investing in green energy and ensuring that environment costs are considered in development plan. So environmental protection should not be treated as secondary. So environmental protection hindi nato siya pag-i-treat as a secondary to economic development. So instead, a health environment must be the foundation upon which sustainable and fair economies are built. So this shape priorities is essential para ma-prevent o para maprotektahan ang aton nga environment kag malikawan ang environmental degradation kag ma-ensure a livable future para sa next generation kag para sa aton tanan. So next, we have a use of renewable energy. So burning is one major cause of climate change. The move to use renewable energy resulting to the development of alternative ways to produce energy such as solar power. So China and unjust government are investing in solar power, which is directing the country away from a fossil fuel based economy. The Paris Agreement is emphasizing the significance of renewable energy and greenhouse gas removal, technologies which are also being supported by the major nation. The investments into renewable energy technology has made progress towards production of the cleaner energy and lower carbon emission. So, isa sa mga major contributors sa climate change is ang pagsunog o kung ang pagtutod, such as coal, oil, and gas. So, para malikawan ini, many countries have started turning to renewable energy sources. So which are cleaner and more sustainable para sa aton nga environment. So a prominent example is ang solar power, which harness energy from the sun without releasing harmful emissions. So ini ang solar panel is mas maayo kumpara sa electricity gid nga naga-produce. Kay ini ang solar power is makuha ta lang sa paagi sa sunlight. So countries like China and India are leading example as their government is heavily investing in solar infrastructure. So ang China is India, amo ni sala ang mga countries nga ang mga example sa mga countries nga nag-shift sa solar energy infrastructure or nag-invest sa solar energy infrastructure. So this shift help to reduce their dependence on fossil fuel. So ang shift nga ini nakabulig sa ila para mas ma-reduce ang ila dependence sa fossil fuel, sa electricity, and support and transition to a greener, more sustainable economy. So on global scale, so the Paris Agreement, an international treaty on climate change, highlight the importance of renewable energy and greenhouse gas removal technologies. So these technologies aim to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide, in the atmosphere, which is vital para malimitahan ang climate change o kung malimitahan ang global warming. So most countries support these efforts and are working toward implementing such technologies. So damo kuno nga mga countries ang naga-support sa sini nga effort kag nagabuligay or naga-work together para i-implement ang ini nga mga technologies. So as a result, ongoing investment in renewable energy technologies are leading to production of cleaner energy and helping to lower the global carbon emission o para mabawasan ang global warming. So next is new agricultural practices. So the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change or IPCC a total revealed that agriculture is responsible for a quarter of the global greenhouse gas emission. It is realized that innovation that will be adopted in agricultural practices and technologies can play a vital role in the mitigation of the impact of climate change, creating and harnessing the necessary agricultural practices and improve global cooperation between countries to work hand in hand to achieve climate goals. So according to the IPCC or Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, agriculture contributes to over 25% of global greenhouse gas emission. This significant share includes emission from livestock, deforestation, soil degradation, and the use of climate fertilizer and machinery. So para i-address ang ini nga issues, so it is becoming increasingly clear nga ang innovating agricultural practices, and technologies essential para ma-reduce ang impact sa climate change. So, this means, busilingon, adapting climate-smart agriculture such as sustainable farming methods, precision agriculture, regenerative practices, and better livestock management. So, this means, ang pag-adapt natin sa climate change agriculture such as a new method for farming, ang makabulig sa aton nga mas makahimo kita sa mga better livestock management. So, developing and using these technologies effectively will require global collaboration. So, ang pag-develop sini and using this technology is kinahanglan naton is required. So, but silingon, mas mambal naton niya, hindi madali ang pag-kwan sini, ang pag-ubra sini, ang pag-develop sini. Kay, ang baldire ng developing and using these technologies will require a global collaboration. So, countries must work together. So, kinanglan ang mga countries mag-work together para i-share ang ininga knowledge and also to invest research kung ano ang kinanglan dapat himuon kag kung anong dapat naton nga investigate kag anong dapat naton solusyonan, yung dapat naton nga himuon para ma-support kag, and also the government should support farmers para sa pag-adapt ng sininga new methods. So, international cooperation is crucial in ensuring that both developing and developed nation. So, hindi lang ang mga developed nations, kundi pati ang mga developing nations pa lang. So, kinanglan sini. So, can access and implement this climate-friendly agricultural solution. So, ilog sa ginambawagin na, hindi lang ang mga developing countries o hindi lang mga developed countries, kundi pati na rin ang mga developing countries like the Philippines. So, kinahanglan maka-access kag i-implement ang ini nga klase ka climate-friendly agricultural cultures.
Mabuhay everyone, I am Ira de la Cruz and I am going to continue our report about the impact of climate change on a global scale, recent cases. Number 1, wildfires in Australia. Wildfires are devastating communities across the globe. However, the most recent happened throughout Australia, which was unusual earlier than August 2019 because of the exceptional dry conditions and the lack of soil moisture, combined with early fires in central Queensland. These destructive fires are usually preceded by the extreme high temperature, low humidity, and strong winds, which create ideal conditions for its rapid spread. So, wildfire are destructive fires that spread rapidly in natural areas like forest and grassland. They are happening more frequently around the world. A particularly serious outbreak of wildfires occurred in Australia earlier than usual, starting before August 2019. This early start was due to exceptionally dry conditions and very low moisture in the soil, which meant that plants and trees were more likely to catch fire. Also, unusual early fires in central Queensland contributed to the larger wildfire season. Number 2. Forest fire, Amazon jungle. The Amazon rainforest is the world's largest terrestrial carbon dioxide sink, which largely contributes to the mitigation of the impact of global warming. However, in 2019, it was witnessed how the Amazon rainforest and the Amazon can found in Brazil, Bolivia, Paraguay, and Peru had wildfire. These wildfires usually happen during the Amazonian tropical dry season due to slash and burn method practiced by farmers to make way for agriculture, logging, and mining. These illegal practices brought about by lax environmental policies and enterprise policies lead to the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is very important because it helped reduce global warming by taking in a lot of carbon dioxide from the air. But in 2019, there were huge wildfires in the Amazon, especially in the countries like Brazil, Bolivia, Paraguay, and Peru. This fire usually happen during dry season when the forest is easier to burn. Many of the fires were started on purpose by farmers, loggers, and miners. They use a method called slash and burn. To clear land for farming, cattle, or mining, these actions are often illegal, but weak environmental rules and policies that support business activities allow it to continue. This leads to deforestation, which means the large part of the Amazon forests are being destroyed. This is case number 3, coronavirus, the COVID-19 pandemic. Climate change is also creating ideal conditions for waterborne and even airborne pathogens like bacteria, viruses, and protozoa. The coronavirus can be largely attributed to the effect of pollution resulting to climate change. This unfortunate development lead the rapid spread of cluster of a phenomena cases with Wuhan, a city in the Hubei province of China. In February 2020, the World Health Organization or WHO designated the disease COVID-19 or coronavirus disease 2019. It was also declared as a case of global pandemic as it has increased in millions of cases. As of this writing, there are already 4 million cases in the United States alone and 17 million reported cases with 700,000 deaths around the globe. So, COVID-19 is a disease caused by a virus that spread all over the world and caused global pandemic. The virus was first found in Wuhan, China in late 2019. It spread quickly from person to person and caused millions of people to get sick. In February 2020, the World Health Organization or WHO gave it the name COVID-19, in which means coronavirus disease 2019.